The issue is that down the track is that numbers get locked in and subsequent governments aren't as friendly, aren't as open to the processes that were put in place. Our fear is that that ability to influence and have that conversation is limited. And for what reason have we actually increased or improved the lot for recreational fishers by moving from ministerial discretion to proportionality? Our argument is that we haven't.
Can I say something as well? You know, I don't know what your politics are, but I can tell you what mine are. If you think I'm going to be swayed in my decision by having people come and visit me in my office and talk nicely to me, then you're sorely mistaken. The reason I'm in politics is to do the right thing. I'm not here to break any records for longevity or to please people. It's to do the right thing for New Zealand. And I've always said, and I've got 4 children myself, I've always said that, 5 minutes after leaving politics, no one will remember who I am. That's how I expect it to be. But what I do want is, if I can effect enduring change, then I will have been successful in what I do. So I'm not here to please anyone except the people of New Zealand. And the decisions I make will not be influenced by people coming in and saying you must do this or else, whether it's recreational fishers or the big end of town. And as mentioned, that stewardship concept is the one we must take when we're looking at long-term fisheries management. And it's not about being influenced by anyone or any particular group in any way, shape or form. That's why I'm here.
Hello, Jeremy House from Fisheries Inshore New Zealand. I'm interested in some of your comments, Bob, and I've got a question for you. A lot of the language that you've used in just agreeing with all of Dr. Hess's recommendations is the language of self-interest, if you like. It's about asserting that your right is preeminent over other rights, and it's about false promise that again asserts that you have a preeminent right. And all that to me says that your view is that fisheries is a zero-sum game. And in my view it isn't. And it's this pie chart mentality that people get into when they start to assert their rights are more important than other people's rights that causes me some concern. And as Sir Mark said, the first allocation is to Tampua. So I'm interested to hear from you what views you have or what solutions you could tell the audience here about how to improve our fisheries that aren't taken from someone else so that you can have something for yourself. How can we work together? How can we put fisheries management in place that benefit the fishery? And as a consequence of that, release talking about how our lives have primacy over someone else's.
The best example I can give you is that when we talk about removing bulk harvesting methods from inshore zones, we're not saying banning bulk harvesting, we're not saying ban trawling, ban seining. We're simply just saying put them somewhere else where they have less impact on recreational fishers. You could argue that all recreational fishers fish, 0 to from the coastline out to 50 metres, and there are some who fish further than that. But when you take trawling out of a zone, and the best example I can give you is the Inner Hawaii Gulf Firth of Thames, where there are restricted trawling allowances and regulations in place, and you've got the highest proportion of recreational fishers of anywhere in the country. It's a reasonably abundant fishery. It's not what it used to be, but it's pretty good. And so by keeping that method out of that area, it allows for, there's a line across from, I think it's from Colville across to the mainland, and you can see the trawling effort numbers where there's a lot of trawling effort across that line, which is essentially the entrance to that area. But that being the case, you still have a pretty good fishery.
Isn't that just self-interest through other people?
No, because that's what I'm demonstrating to you, is that you've actually got both parties. The trawlers are trawling in an area which doesn't affect affect the recreational fishers as much, and they're still getting to earn a living, and the recreational fishers are still getting to do what they want, and you've got a good enough fishery as a result.
We had a question on the panel. Minister.
I would like to ask Sir Mark Solomon a question. So Mark, you said that one of your greatest achievements was achieving consensus with the Kaikoura fisheries, with community, with recreational, with customary and commercial. What process did you go through to get everyone around the table and speaking and coming out with an outcome that in fact satisfied everyone?
It was pretty novel. We invited the community to come and have a talk on the marae. But our process, to be honest, we used the concept of an egg. In the yolk of the egg was customary, recreational, commercial, tourism, business and kaikoura, the community. And the white of the egg was the Ministry of Conservation, Fisheries, Ministry for the Environment, the ECAN, the Kaikoura Council. They sat in the white and they're advisory only. They could not be part of the decision making. The second part of the process we adopted was the process of gifts and gains. If you want something, be prepared to give something. An example would be, in the first round, Tangata Whenua asked for 2 mātaitai. Mātaitai is an area that's closed off from commercial, and really it's for supplying the marae. Well, our 2 marae, one wanted 1.6 kilometres of coastline, the other wanted 14 kilometres of coastline. Well, of course, our commercials hit the roof. Out of the 1.6 k's comes 6 tonne of commercial power per annum. Out of the 14 k's comes 16 tonne of commercial power. So, of course, they objected. I called another meeting, but at that meeting I invited the cooks of the marae. Mamamanu went first. Mamamanu, you're a small family-sized marae. You have a meeting once a month. Be honest, how much power would you put through your wharekai? Oh, about 100 kilograms, Mark, and you want 1.6 kilometres of coastline for what? That one reef right below your marae is the most prolific power reef in the Kaikoura coastline. Why don't you put it on that? The Mātaitai is 50 metres wide. The other lot being Takahanga, their Mātaitai now is 500 metres wide. We gave. As soon as we did that, then it came from the commercials, well, why don't we make the whole of the rest of the coastline a taiapuni, which is another management system. We said no, leave it what we're promoting, let the community get used to it, then we'll go for the rest. But it was all about compromise, and we all had to give to gain.
We've got time for one final question at the back.
I'd like to add to that, you'll get together and make that game. Brett Eastman from Tautoko Fishing Club. I'm delegate of the New Zealand Sport Fishing Council. I'm on the committee of Our Fishing Future, executive of the New Zealand Fishing Council, and also the chairman of the Dunedin Salmon Trust. Now, we in Tautoko have gone a step further. We're doing our own blue cod breeding program. And the situation here is that we've got a unique situation. We've got what Randall's put together, and we've got also the ideas and so forth coming from Bob. And I feel that we, and also Iwi, I'm Rangatani Whenua. So what we should be doing is bringing everyone together. Well, this is a unique situation, and using the skills of everyone and making sure that the minister gets it right. And the minister, you see it based on evidence. Yeah, let's get a group together, sort this out, and for the benefit of recreational fishers, benefit of your children and our children, and the future of this country. Thank you.